And it's Jess, and you're watching Food Heaven Made Easy. So I'm sure you guys have heard tons of the different food myths out there. What are some of the ones that you've heard?
I've heard tons. One of the big ones that's out in the streets is that carbs are evil. I've also heard that frozen vegetables are evil. Usually something about foods and them being evil is usually what I hear.
And that's true. There are so many food myths out there. They're running rampant. And today we're going to talk about our top 5 Food Heaven myths and debunk them. One of the main myths out there when it comes to nutrition is that carbohydrates are evil. And it's really easy to believe this because it's everywhere, all over the news and blogs, and certain people are saying this, and low carb diets are everywhere these days. But the reality is that carbohydrates are really important in our diets, and they help keep us whole and healthy. And they're actually the preferred fuel of your brain and central nervous system. So instead of limiting your carb intake, choose healthy carbs like complex carbohydrates. And examples include sweet potatoes, quinoa, and even brown rice.
Healthy fats are good for you, so you can pretty much eat as much as you want, right? Wrong. You cannot eat as much healthy fats as you want. Fats are very concentrated on the calorie side, and so for example, an olive oil, which is rich in monounsaturated fats, is great for your heart, and it could be considered a better option than something like butter, which is very saturated, but they contain the same amount of calories per tablespoon. They have about 100 to 120 calories. So just because a fat is considered a healthy fat doesn't mean that you can go overboard. Since all fats, healthy and unhealthy, are really concentrated on the calorie side, you want to make sure that you measure them out. You measure out your portions. And so one method which I use is just using the tip of your thumb to measure out about a teaspoon of oil. So you can do that, or you can invest in an oil spritzer, which is a great method to cut down on the calories from fat. And you can make your own, or you can invest in one. We'll put a link in the description box below for where you can get one, and you still get that flavor that you would get from the oils, but you use way less.
Our next myth is that you have to eat a raw vegan diet to be healthy, and this is just not the case. While there is a lot of research out there that says plant-based diets are great for you and even help to reduce cancer risk, it doesn't mean you have to switch over to raw veganism overnight, if at all. If that works for you, great. If not, you can be healthy and not do that. And the ironic part is that some vegetables even have a higher nutrient content when they're cooked. For example, carrots, their tough cellular wall is broken down when they're cooked, and that helps to release the antioxidant beta-carotene that's found in carrots. And when it comes to tomatoes, the lycopene in them has the highest content when they are cooked. So you don't always have to be raw to be right, and make sure at the end of the day that at least half of your plate is made up of vegetables, and alternate between raw and cooked.
Uh-oh. This, my friends, is just not true whatsoever. The issue with the term natural is that it's not regulated at all by the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, and so it can pretty much mean just about anything. A lot of really processed foods can be labeled as natural, and sometimes these products can use things like high fructose corn syrup, and it could still be labeled natural. And so what you want to do is go for whole foods, go for things that are minimally processed, and if you are going to buy a processed product, try to go for things that have ingredients that you can pronounce, that don't have a list of ingredients that is like up to here. You know, go for the more basic processed food items.
And our final myth out there is that frozen produce is not as good as fresh. And I know a lot of us love our fresh produce, but the fact of the matter is that frozen produce is frozen at the peak of freshness, so it retains its nutrient quality and has more nutrients than produce that has been shipped from different countries, states, continents to get to your plate. So if you want to do fresh, that's great, but try to always get it locally so it's not traveling a far distance. And this means going to your local farmer's market or even a farm share, so you have those nutrients intact. And if you need ideas of where your farmer's market is, visit the website localharvest.org, and it'll show you all the farmers markets and farm shares in your neighborhood.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know in the comments below if there's any food myths that you've heard or that you want addressed, and we'll do a part 2 to this video.
And if you did like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and share with all of your friends. Remember, we have new videos every Monday, so until next week, bye! Without any of the guilt.
Wow, you could have just done
I know.
So
food started coming out of my mouth.
Really?
And we released the antioxidant, oh my god, that houses the